Now at 10, preparing for the travel rush. A look at what airlines are doing to make sure your flight gets out on time. Plus tips to beat the holiday traffic when you do not want to be on the road. New fines for bad behavior on planes. Is it enough to convince people to keep their cool? Plus, she is back from Olympic trials and preparing for her trip to Tokyo.
It hasn't even hit me still.
A North Texas gymnast story of perseverance.
You're watching NBC 5 News at 10.
Thank you for joining us. We begin with the looming travel rush. The 4th of July holiday weekend is just days away, and the skies and the roads will be the busiest we have seen since before the pandemic. Almost 48 million Americans are expected to travel, and 3.5 million will fly. For many customers, the big question is, can the airlines handle the summer surge? We've told you about the recent warning signs, lots of canceled flights and delays, leaving many passengers stranded. So what's happening now to make sure this coming weekend doesn't turn into a giant mess? Here's Candace Sweat with a closer look at the travel rush and how Southwest Airlines is handling it.
Once again, a 10-minute rule announcement for Houston Hobby, Southwest flight number 51, gate number 3.
The summer travel surge is off to a bumpy start for many passengers.
The plane left an hour late, and it was due to the flight attendants not being available, apparently.
Kelly Kong's flight from San Diego into Dallas didn't start as planned.
They said the flight attendants weren't available. Then I read after I got home that, yes, they're having a staffing issue.
To help curb staffing shortages, the airline has offered incentives to employees, hoping they'll pick up extra shifts.
Southwest Airlines didn't give us specific numbers on staffing plans for this weekend or beyond, but it did say that the plan does align with summer travel. And the airline plans to increase overtime pay for its employees the first week of July.
The president of the Southwest Pilots Association says pilots are helping by taking on twice as many flights than normal, while hundreds of pilots called back from long-term leave go through the requalification process. Airport spokesman Chris Perry says travelers can help.
We're asking that people show up at least 90 minutes in advance because it has been a little bit. We've seen the last couple weekends there have been some longer lines, at the ticketing wing, at the checkpoint, at some of our restaurants.
Ultimately, passengers should know work is being done to accommodate their desires to get back in the air. In Dallas, Candace Sweat, NBC 5.
Southwest, of course, isn't the only airline that's been having issues today. American, United, and Delta all reported at least some delays and cancellations. But according to FlightAware.com, Southwest canceled the most flights, and more than 40% of its schedule was delayed. The airline sent us a statement that reads, in part, as of 9 p.m., we've canceled just more than 120 flights, all attributable to storms across the middle of the continent. This is below average for a summer day when thunderstorms are a factor. We should note only 3 of the canceled flights were out of Love Field. If you're hitting the roads this weekend, AAA says plan ahead. They are expecting more than 91% of holiday travel will be by car. Analytics company InRix looked at the worst and best times to travel. Their advice: avoid driving on Thursday and Friday afternoon, along with midday on Monday. That's when you'll hit the worst of the holiday traffic. And here's another thing to keep in mind. Gas prices are going up. The national average has risen to $3.10 a gallon. That's up more than 42 cents from last year. But if you're staying here in Texas, prices are a little bit lower. The average here is $2.79. Of course, Rick is keeping an eye on our holiday forecast. Everyone always wants to know, Rick, what are the chances of rain looking like?
Well, I think, Brian, parts of Texas will look a lot like what we did today on the 4th of July. Spotty thunderstorms. Some areas picked up over 1.5 inches of rain, while others barely got a drop. All of the rain that we had earlier today, most of it is gone. A couple of stray showers out towards Mineral Wells, but the coverage has definitely decreased. So we had those pop-up showers and storms, and it was muggy, a little bit on the warm side. High temperatures were in the lower 90s and upper 80s. It's actually a little bit below normal. But there is a part of Texas that'll have a little bit better chance of rain come the 4th of July. I'll share that with you when I come back, Brian.
We'll see you in a minute. Thank you, Rick. It has been 20 months now since a tornado ripped through this Central Market store in North Dallas. We showed you the powerful video of the storm back in 2019. It devastated the store at Preston and Royal, forcing it to close until now. Here is what the store looks like after more than a year of recovery. It's opening up to the public tomorrow morning, marking a major milestone in the rebirth of that popular shopping center. We are learning more about a road rage shooting in Fort Worth. It happened in the middle of I-35W on Friday afternoon. Police say the motorcyclist who was shot did not survive, and investigators have learned how it all went down. They say the man on that motorcycle was driving in between lanes of traffic. Another driver in an SUV started to change lanes and didn't see him. The man on the motorcycle parked in front of traffic and walked toward the SUV, pointing a gun at the driver. The driver told him to put the gun down because he had his children in the vehicle. The motorcyclist kept walking forward. That is when the other driver opened fire. Police say the driver is cooperating with the investigation. He has not been arrested. We got a verdict today in the federal bribery trial of Dallas housing developer Rule Hamilton. He is guilty of bribery, conspiracy, and making improper payments to former Dallas City Council members Dwayne Caraway and Carolyn Davis. Davis died in a 2019 car accident after pleading guilty in this same case. Caraway is in prison from a different case. Hamilton's sentencing is set for November. He could receive up to 25 years in prison. Now to the latest in the pandemic. The Delta variant is gaining ground and now accounts for 26% of COVID cases in the U.S. Here in Texas, it is not the dominant strain, at least not yet, but doctors have raised a red flag about Delta. State health leaders say the best way to keep it from spreading is to get fully vaccinated. Take a look here at the latest numbers reported in North Texas. The 4 most populous counties in DFW all added new cases today. Dallas County says while the numbers remain low overall, some areas are definitely seeing more new cases than others. Sophia Beausoleil explains what's going on and where.
Compared to a year ago, it's night and day when it comes to the number of COVID-19 cases in North Texas.
Just looking back 12 months seems like a decade ago, doesn't it? We've had a lot of water under the bridge since then.
Jason Cheshire is the managing director of health for the city of Garland.
We're certainly in a lot better shape now than when we were at the end of June of 2020.
Dallas County is reporting about 3 new COVID-19 cases per day for every 100,000 people. In June of 2020, it was nearly 500 cases per day.
Again, these vaccines really work. So when you get to these higher levels of vaccination, you're going to get slower transmissions.
Even with the low numbers, some cities in the county are seeing a slight increase in new cases compared to others. Dallas County Health and Human Services says in the last 2 weeks, the rate of new COVID-19 cases in Addison, Lancaster, Sachse, and Seagoville have been about 50% higher compared to the rest of the county, and the rate of new cases is about 30% higher in Cedar Hill, Garland, and Rowlett.
Some of that represents more the different demographic groups that are getting vaccinated.
The reasons could range from accessibility to vaccines to hesitancy. Jason says they keep track of the numbers for Garland, Sachse, and Rowlett.
When we're talking about case counts that are as low as they are currently, it's often beneficial to look beyond the percentages at the actual numbers to really give you a good idea of exactly where we stand.
Last June, they were averaging about 52 cases per day. Right now, it's about 4 a day per every 100,000 people in Garland. You get the idea. It's much better now. But in order to keep it that way, the city is going out into the community to give shots to those who want it.
We're going to continue to make it as easy as possible for folks to get vaccinated.
Sophia Beausoleil, NBC 5.
Dallas County says about 57% of residents over the age of 12 have received at least 1 dose of the vaccine. Today, the First Lady, Dr. Jill Biden, spoke exclusively to NBC5 while in Dallas for a vaccination event. She was at Conrad High School with Dallas Cowboys great Emmitt Smith. It is part of the administration's effort to get Americans vaccinated.
We're trying to tell people that they're safe and they're effective and they're free. And if they go to vaccines.gov, they can find anywhere to just walk into and get their shot. So I'm on a mission.
And Dr. Biden is taking her message across the country, and she could also be heading overseas this summer. We asked her if she was planning to go to the Olympics in Tokyo.
We're trying to check all the boxes and see if it's safe, and it would be great to go and to support our athletes.
And, of course, we'll be watching to see if the First Lady makes it to Tokyo to cheer on Team USA. The games are now just 23 days away. Coming up, fresh off Olympic trials, we are talking to the North Texas gymnast who is preparing to head to Tokyo.
I immediately knew she was talented.
New insight on the fastest woman in America. Hear from Sha'Carri Richardson's former coach and the young women who aspire to be just like her. Then, plane pandemonium. Unruly passengers are on the rise. But will new fines make your next...
You may hate the color rouge. Well, now it's sapphire blue. Why stick with something you despise? So in life, throws you uh-ohs. Just say, better get Mako.
Tonight we've learned that crews have recovered another body at the site of the deadly condo collapse. That brings the death toll to 12. 149 people are still unaccounted for since that building fell last Thursday. The Miami-Dade mayor says information about missing people is coming in from many sources, and detectives are working around the clock to sort through it. There are now more than 50 agencies and 900 teams working at that site.
This is just such a unified approach. These are the times that are the most difficult, but it's, we're here to do a job. We're here with a passion. This is what we do. And, hopefully we have some success.
Late today, the Florida Emergency Management Director said they requested one additional search and rescue team from the federal government in case two weather systems churning off the coast develop into tropical storms. Tonight, new numbers show just how many airline passengers are behaving badly as the pandemic winds down and the stiff penalties they face. The FAA says since January 1st, it has received more than 3,200 reports of unruly passengers. More than 2,400 of those refused to wear a mask. There were nearly 500 investigations, 61 of which led to penalties, and some of those are pretty steep. The FAA tweeted, "This meme here, it reads, you could have spent $35,000 on a brand new truck, but instead you're paying a fine because you punched a flight attendant." The agency adds it has zero tolerance for not following crew instructions. Tomorrow we'll be following Governor Abbott's trip to South Texas. He'll be joined by former President Trump to drum up money and support for Governor Abbott's plan to build a border wall. They'll hold a town hall meeting before touring the border. We, of course, will have coverage for you right here on NBC5. If you live in Dallas, that blue recycling bin of yours may be sitting out a bit longer than usual. That's because the city doesn't have enough workers in the sanitation department. The city says garbage collection remains a top priority and recycling pickup may be delayed by 1 or 2 days over the next few weeks until the staffing situation improves. 3 of the women on the U.S. Olympic gymnastics team call Texas home, including Flower Mound's Emma Malabuyo, who's headed to Tokyo as an alternate. It's a really remarkable story because Emma says it's a journey that almost didn't happen. Here's Allie Spillyards.
Life is about balance, both literally...
I've been doing gymnastics ever since I was 5 years old.
...and figuratively for Emma Malabuyo. Sunday night, the 18-year-old from Flower Mound was named a member of Team USA, an alternate for women's gymnastics at the Olympic trials in St. Louis. A fierce competition, but one she went into with the sole purpose of finding joy.
It's not about the scores. It's not about this placement. It's about, how do you define your own success?
Emma Malabuyo and Emily. But getting here has been a journey. Just a couple of years ago, Malabuyo was sidelined at the peak of her career. Not just once.
I had an injury in 2018.
But twice.
I also had surgery in 2019 and I couldn't compete too in that season. I had to take a step back and look at how I can, better myself, even though I'm not doing gymnastics.
There's just been so many opportunities for her to take the other door, right?
Together with her coach and former Olympian Kim Zmeskal, Malabuyo made the decision not to let her dreams and 30-plus hours of work each week in the gym go to waste, even when a pandemic pushed the games another year away.
I think that her maturity and her experience and our connection over the last 8 seasons has really helped to make this what she wants this to be, and in turn I've grown through it too. Good push.
That's why for Malabuyo, success won't be determined by whether she competes at the Tokyo Games, but rather her resolve to get back on the beam.
It hasn't even hit me still that this dream, it came true, and I'm able to go to Tokyo, and I'm just so thankful and honored to be a part of Team USA.
In Coppell, Allie Spillyards, NBC 5.
Well, a great message. In pursuing her Olympic dream, Emma graduated high school early. She has already committed to join UCLA's gymnastics team, which she will do when she returns home from Tokyo. And now to the Dallas woman who wowed the world during her Olympic trial. Sha'Carri Richardson is the fastest woman in America heading to Tokyo to go for gold in the 100 meters. Tonight we're hearing from Sha'Carri's former coach and the young women she is inspiring at Carter High School, where she used to compete.
I immediately knew she was talented. She was self-motivated, she had self-discipline, and she liked to work hard. For everything that she's been through, she knows that hard work is what gets you there. And I think that her confidence is allowing other girls to say, hey, if she can do it, then so can I.
She teaches me, no matter what you have going on, to keep running, to keep going hard. So I really appreciate that about her. I really do.
If Sha'Carri, can get out there, then we can get out there too.
So many great North Texas stories to follow. Plans are in the works for a big watch party so that everyone at Carter High can cheer on Sha'Carri Richardson in her quest for Olympic gold. We thought this looked a little bit like a holiday-themed sunset, reddish pink, white, a little blue in the skies over Dallas tonight. 4th of July on Sunday, of course. The clouds always make for a cool sunset, Rick.
Very, very cool, especially when you have that mix of rain and even thunderstorms, all while we're having a little bit of sunshine out there. And we saw that. Some areas, like I said earlier, picked up an inch and a half of rain. I didn't get that on my lawn, but, maybe tomorrow. Probably not, but, we can always hold out some hope. Next few days, more of the same, although I don't believe we'll see as many showers and thunderstorms as what we've seen the past couple of days. Still rather muggy, not terribly hot. Come on, we had, 90 today. Normal high is 94. We're below that. We haven't hit 100 yet. That's a good thing. Average date of the first 100 is July 1st. Spotty kind of pop-up thunderstorms possible tomorrow. And again, Thursday. Now, a cold front slips in here Friday. And I'm telling you, there aren't many cold fronts that come in early July. And this one's going to go all the way down to central Texas. That will increase our rain chances. The holiday weekend, for the most part, looks like it'll be on the dry side. You see the radar showing the rain is just kind of dwindling down. This is what happens. The sun goes down, you lose the heat, you lose the instability, and the showers, they don't want to develop unless they have some good instability. Rain chances rather meager tomorrow and Thursday. Not that there can't be some showers, but I think the coverage will be pretty slim. That rain chance increases Friday, especially in the morning, and then drops back down again Saturday and the 4th of July. Here's Futurecast. We go through 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Some low clouds to start, mugginess, a few pop-up here and there showers and storms. Same deal on Thursday. Very typical late June type of weather across North Texas. Temps will be down into the low to mid 70s in the morning, should warm up into the upper 80s and lower 90s tomorrow afternoon. The humidity will stay fairly high as well. And then low 90s pretty common on Thursday. Here's that cold front I was telling you about that comes in early Friday. A band of showers, maybe some thunderstorms. The front continues to push south, and that's where the heaviest or the steadiest rain will be, especially later in the day on Friday. That front stays to the south, so Saturday looks dry. except for a pop-up shower or storm, and the best chance for more widespread rain on the 4th of July will be central Texas. Low chance around here. Mainly dry, mostly cloudy, and kind of muggy overnight. 74 for the low. Tomorrow, warm, muggy, a slight chance for a pop-up storm. Most of us won't see it. A high of 90 up to 93 Thursday. And then Friday, temperatures come down a hair Friday, Saturday, back up to 91 on the 4th of July. And Brian, next week looks kind of similar. Highs, low 90s, a few hit and miss storms from time to time.
Low 90s, we'll take it.
We will.
At this time of year. Thank you, Rick. We all know the power of the Texas heat, and tonight doctors want to make sure you know the warning signs of heat-related illnesses before it's too late. Symptoms of heat exhaustion include feeling faint or dizzy, excessive sweating with clammy skin, a rapid pulse, and muscle cramps. Ignoring heat exhaustion can lead to a more severe illness, which is heat stroke. Now, when that happens, you stop sweating and your skin dries out, your pulse speeds up, and you could develop a throbbing headache, become confused, vomit, even lose consciousness. Heat stroke can be deadly, so it is important to call 911 and get to a hospital.
So we have this device here called an Arctic Sun, which is essentially a very, very powerful cooling blanket. Then we could even be more aggressive. There's a type of catheter called a Foley catheter that goes up into the bladder, and then we can irrigate cold water through that.
Doctors especially worry about kids being left in hot cars. They suggest leaving something you need, like keys or a wallet next to them, so you'll remember to check the back seats. Tomorrow on NBC5 Today, we continue sharing stories to help you and your family stay safe around the water this summer. That includes local YMCA chapters in North Texas, who are helping children with special needs find joy in the water.
And it's nice to have a little less stress knowing that these two are more than capable. You know, not only did they teach them, to swim, but they've given them the confidence to know that they can handle whatever happens.
So important. All right, you can tune into that special Swim Week report starting at 5:30 tomorrow morning. Coming up, Dak staying sharp before Cowboys camp, how the star quarterback is preparing for his trip to California.
Produce isn't just fresh. It's fresher than fresh. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't miss Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes weekend sale. Thursday through Monday only. Shop doorbusters like this queen panel bed, now only $3.99. Or this upholstered sofa chaise, $4.99. This weekend only at Ashley Home Store.
I just heard something amazing. Now, for the first time, one medication was approved to treat and prevent migraines.
Nurtec is the first and only option proven to treat and prevent migraines with one medication. Wonderful. One quick dissolve tablet can start fast and last. Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. The most common side effects were nausea, stomach pain, and indigestion.
With Nurtec ODT, I treat migraine my way. What's your way? Ask your doctor about Nurtec to find out.
This weekend only at Ashley Home Store's Stars and Stripes event. Save up to 25% off. Plus get 0% interest for 12 months. Or get 0% interest for 5 years with no money down. Thursday through Monday only at Ashley Home Store.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad. Now that's something I can commit to. His RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Hurry in and save up to $2,250 on the 2021 Altima.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
NBC5 Sports Connection, presented by Nissan.
The countdown is on to Cowboys training camp. The team charter will fly out to Oxnard, California 3 weeks from today. Dak Prescott says he has mentally buried last season's gruesome ankle injury and expects to take part in everything at camp. In fact, the two-time Pro Bowl quarterback tells me he will put in extra work with his teammates before they report to Oxnard.
I'm going to try to get a quick weekend in with the teammates if those guys and their schedules are available to that. But that'll be here in the next couple of weeks. And it's always a great time for me to just get together with those guys. And as we said before we go to camp, to create that other close brotherhood and just tight-knit group and get our chemistry right before we it kicks off for real.
Meanwhile, the TCU men's basketball program has been punished for a former assistant coach's involvement in the FBI's college corruption probe. The NCAA slapped TCU with 3 years probation and gave Corey Barker a 5-year show cause order. He's accused of accepting $6,000 from a business management company in exchange for steering players to use that company. Barker was fired by TCU after the story broke and is now working at New Mexico State. Let's go to Europe for the latest dose of Luka magic. The Slovenian national team shared this video of the Mavericks all-star guard swishing this trick shot from the corner of the gym. Luke and his teammates will play in an Olympic qualifying tournament starting tomorrow morning in Lithuania. Finally, Rangers outfielder Willie Calhoun announced on Instagram that he's undergone successful surgery to repair a left forearm fracture. Calhoun was hit by a pitch over the weekend and will miss extended time. The Rangers and A's are underway for a late contest in Oakland. That's it for sports. I'm Newy Scruggs for NBC 5.
Thank you, Newy. Walmart's push to sell liquor in Texas takes a new turn. Plus, rent is rising fast. The North Texas suburb that just had the highest month-to-month increase in the entire country.
Tonight, I read that there's already a big shortage of fireworks. That's not good, because the only thing worse than mixing booze and fireworks is mixing booze and bootleg fireworks.
Jimmy has AGT's Sophia Vergara, plus Jack Antonoff in studio with his band Bleachers. The Tonight Show.
Strong winds and hail. When a storm damages your roof in the DFW area, Tarrant Roofing will restore your roof to pre-storm condition. Commercial or residential roofing. Get professional installation with Tarrant Roofing lifetime workmanship warranty. Visit Tarrant app, website, or call today.
Right now, she's not thinking about her work or her schedule.
Hi, baby. Hey, Ma. How you doing? Doing good. Good. We're just on our way back from the beach.
She's not thinking about her next appearance or even her book tour. No, she's thinking about something more important. And thankfully, so is her automobile. The safest, most technologically advanced car we have ever introduced cares for what matters. The new S-Class from Mercedes-Benz.
Your results are in. You're positive for COVID-19.
Before you order 2 weeks of groceries, before you settle into quarantine, before you do anything, call your doctor about monoclonal antibodies. If you just tested positive for COVID-19 and are high risk for severe disease, monoclonal antibody treatments can help keep you out of the hospital. But time matters. COVID-19 can get worse fast. Call your doctor now and see if monoclonal antibodies are right for you.
This is a no-nonsense message from 3. 3 is insurance for small business. The policy is only 3 pages long. There's no fine print, no surprises, and absolutely no hidden ancient curses. That last one was a joke. But 3 is no joke. It covers liability, people, property, all of it. Even the unfortunate situation that's about to befall this bakery.
Wait, what?
This commercial is now over. Logo. 3. Better small business insurance.
Ask about our buy one, get one free offer. Call Tarrant Windows and Siding today. Tarrant custom-made replacement windows, siding, and sunrooms. Protect your investment. Buy one, get one free. Keep the cool air inside your home. Buy now at Tarrant Windows and Siding, a division of Tarrant Roofing.
Closed captioning of NBC 5 News sponsored by Don Davis Auto Group. Celebrate freedom of choice and the pursuit of happiness at Don Davis Auto Group in Arlington.
Walmart is taking Texas to court in its ongoing fight to sell liquor. That's according to our partners at the Dallas Morning News. The company is challenging the state's alcoholic beverage code, which prohibits publicly traded retailers from owning packaged liquor stores. Walmart says the code discriminates against it and other big box stores in favor of family-owned liquor stores. Rent is rising fast in the burbs. A new report from the rental listing site Zumper says the suburban DFW area is seeing some of the biggest price hikes in the nation. Irving topped the national list for month-to-month increases, up 5.4% from May to June for a one-bedroom. And year-to-year, it's a similar story in other parts of North Texas. Richardson had the highest increase for two-bedroom apartments. For one-bedroom units, the rent went up the most in Euless. Here is a business that's booming in DFW right now, Hot Chicken. One franchise is already working on a plan to expand. Lucky's Hot Chicken is adding 5 new restaurants. This map here shows where they're planning to open up shop by early next year. Coming up, Irving goes red, white, and blue. Stay with us.
Next, Ellen, Wanda Sykes and Don Cheadle.
We did mime in high school.
Oh, Don.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. on NBC5.
The Enhanced Acura Certified Pre-Owned Program. It's like we're with you, wherever you go. Visit your Dallas-Fort Worth Acura dealer for attractive offers on a certified pre-owned vehicle.
Fast pain relief. That's the power of Goodies powder. And we made Goodies fast, Goodies delicious. Goodies Cool Orange. One more way Goodies puts the squeeze on tough pain. Also try new Goodies Hangover Powder.
Grass looks great, Zeus. Hey, could you maybe trim the hydrangea too?
Sure thing, Kevin. You want me to do the boxes as well?
Finding the right person for the job isn't always easy. But when you have an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can give you personalized advice and can help you save hundreds.
Hey, Medusa, let's boogie.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, get to know your local Geico agent today.
Today, every business is digital, from web design and development to SEO. AmericanEagle.com delivers innovative website and digital solutions, driving growth for their clients. Need to build your online presence? Let's talk. AmericanEagle.com, building your digital mindset.
With TXU Energy Season Pass, you save 50% all summer and winter.
50% off this?
Yes! Who's this?
It's the TXU Energy guy. He's saving us money.
Great! Wait, what? TXU Energy.
It's pretty cool to represent my country on the biggest stage. Simone Manuel, Texas, swimming.
Simone Biles, Texas, gymnastics.
I receive so much support from Texas.
It's always good Texas love.
It's wonderful to be a part of it.
The Tokyo Olympics, July 23rd to August 8th. Brought to you on NBC5 by WinStar World Casino and Resort, where it's always a good time.
Need to be working to the max? BC Max. Need to be dad to the max? BC Max. New BC Max in great tasting lemonade. Nothing stronger on pain without a prescription. Be your best. New BC Max.
Owners of select competitive vehicles can lease the 2021 Acura RDX for $369 a month.
American flags are popping up all over Irving just in time for the 4th of July. All week long, hundreds of volunteers will be placing some 40,000 flags in front of homes, businesses, and places of worship. It's happening along more than 10 miles of MacArthur Boulevard as a sign of unity. If you happen to be new to North Texas, they do this every year in Irving, and it's a very special sight, so take a drive down MacArthur, as in General Douglas MacArthur. Thank you for staying up with us. We'll see you tomorrow. Jimmy Fallon's coming up next.
From Studio 6B in Rockefeller Center in the heart of New York City, it's The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. And I join Jimmy and his guests